Senator Lindsey Graham, who is fully vaccinated, has tested positive for coronavirus. As we know, even if you're vaccinated, you can still have a breakthrough infection. However, as Lindsey Graham himself has put it, he feels lucky to have been vaccinated because it's prevented him from getting incredibly sick. Now, he said, quote, "I started having flu-like symptoms Saturday night and went to the doctor this morning. I feel like I have a sinus infection, and at present time, I have mild symptoms. I will be quarantining for 10 days. Now, again, since he's vaccinated, he is not insanely sick, which means that the vaccination is in fact working. He says, quote, "I'm very glad I was vaccinated because without vaccination, I am certain I would not feel as well as I do now." And just to give you guys some background info about why the vaccine works and how effective it is, an analysis from the Kaiser Family Foundation found that less than 1% of fully vaccinated people got a breakthrough case in every state reporting data. The highest rate of hospitalization among vaccinated people was just 0.06% in Arkansas. The rate of death among vaccinated people was at a high of just 0.01%. So it's wonderful the vaccine is working the way that it's supposed to work. I wish that everyone went and got vaccinated because it definitely saves lives and would get us out of this unbelievably frustrating pandemic. But I'm glad that Lindsey Graham, even with all of our political disagreements, is doing well and is quarantining. But he did hang out with other members of the Senate in a boat party. And so those members of the Senate have to get tested. Some of them have already. They said they tested negative. I'll give you more details on them in just a minute. But Cenk, thoughts?
Yeah, earlier one of our members had said that the CDC issued new guidelines warning about not kissing Trump's butt. You might be able to get COVID that way. And obviously because of Lindsey Graham. And Peter Hamby writes in a super chat, yacht Lindsey boarded the Joe's C Manchin and gave the South Carolina senator a gram of COVID. I guess there's some bipartisanship. Okay, those are dad jokes after my own heart. Thank you, Peter. We do this show together. Now, I say all that kiddingly because Lindsey Graham is vaccinated. You just saw the number, 0.01% of chance of death. That means very, very, very likely he's gonna be okay. Great, wonderful. We don't wish ill health or on anyone here, right? So I'm glad that he didn't listen to some of the, Hannah and I talked earlier in the day about, I don't want to call people idiots, but, right? But some of the knuckleheads in his own party are, I don't need to be vaccinated, I'm a tough guy. Look, Lindsey Graham, like almost all the politicians these days, is quite elderly. And so if he was not vaccinated, he might be in a world of trouble right now.
Let's also share with the audience just how many of these senators are fully vaccinated. Out of the 100 senators, only 2 are not confirmed yet to be fully vaccinated. So they might be vaccinated, we just don't know. But 98 of the 100 senators in the US Senate are vaccinated. It is fascinating, right? Because while people in positions of power are fully vaccinated, while the right-wing members of the media who are putting disinformation about the vaccine are very likely fully vaccinated. It's strange that such a huge portion of the American people are under the assumption that the vaccine is somehow dangerous or somehow leads to government control of your life. That's the latest thing, right? Oh, it's all about compliance. It's all about the government forcing you to comply. I got news for you. Every morning you wake up and go to a job that you hate, it's compliance. Every moment that you're worried about your livelihood, if you don't do exactly what your boss wants you to do, compliance. Like, we live in a system of compliance. I'm sorry, like if this is where you draw your line, you've got issues. Because this isn't about compliance. Honestly, it's actually the exact opposite of that. We want to stop having to comply with mask mandates, right? Best way to do that is to get as many people vaccinated as possible to reach herd immunity. But I feel like we're never gonna get there.
Look, it's so simple.
Yeah.
Just take out COVID, put in the word plague or Black Death, right? Would it be reasonable to say, well, I just wanted to, take the chance of spreading plague onto your family? What's the big deal? I got freedom, brother. I don't need to comply. No, if you're gonna spread plague to our families, yeah, the government can make you comply. You know why? The core job of the government is to protect the citizens. And by the way, conservatives agree with that. That's why they support police and military. And that's the one thing where they say, well, socialism's not so bad. We want the government to run the military, the police, the fire department, etc. Well, part of protecting your life is protecting your life against different plagues. And COVID happens to be one of those. Now, Black Death killed 75 million people at least. But COVID worldwide has killed over 4 million people. It's killed over 630,000 Americans. What else do you need? So that's one part of the story. I want to give Tommy too strong credit here because I hadn't thought of this either. This is one of our members. Join up for membership and do the show with us. You'll be part of the show. He wrote in, I'd like to know which lobbyists were on Manchin's yacht along with the senators. Tommy, I hadn't thought of that. And I would normally think of that, right? So that's a great question. So there's some lobbyists probably panic taking COVID tests right now to see if they're positive.
Yeah.
And of course the press has not asked Manchin or Lindsey Graham if there were lobbyists on that boat.
No, of course they haven't. No, I want to shift over to something that needs to be addressed though, in regard to vaccinations. Look, I'm so happy that Lindsey Graham made that statement about how he's happy he's vaccinated. It shows the efficacy of the vaccine. And lately I've been seeing some people, well-meaning people, right? People on the left who do news shows, who tweet about it. They're pushing back against people like me, let's keep it real, for coming across as too judgmental toward individuals who are refusing to get vaccinated. And I just wanted to say that it's true, yes, I am coming across as judgmental because I'm judging them. And I don't think I'm better than them, but I want people to understand why the frustration among fully vaccinated people exists, right? It's because when we're told that we need to wear masks while indoors, it's not because we're trying to protect ourselves or other fully vaccinated people from getting coronavirus and dying from it. It's because people who refuse to get vaccinated are the ones who need protection. They're the one, we're wearing masks for them for their behalf. And yeah, that's frustrating. It's frustrating when you don't get to reap the benefits. In my opinion, one of the benefits of convenience, right? You don't have to wear the mask. You're not able to reap that benefit because people won't do their part. Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah, that leads to hostility. And I wish that wasn't the case, but it's just the fact of the matter. It sucks when you do everything, you're a team player, you're doing everything you're supposed to do, and because other people don't carry out what's in their best interests, your life has to be inconvenienced by it. I'm sorry, I guess that comes across as judgmental. Fine, you can call me judgmental, but it is what it is.
But no, look, this is a really important distinction, and I think the rest of the media doesn't clarify this, and I need to do it now. So look, the right wing will judge you on things that only affect you, right? So smoking marijuana, what kind of sex you're having, what partner you have, whether to get an abortion or not. Now they would claim that doesn't just affect you, but we think it does, etc. You get it though. On all the rest of it, all the religious tests they have for you, it's all about things you're doing in your private life that doesn't affect anyone else, but they're willing to judge you on that. But when we turn around and say, but your actions here actually affect us, because not only are we inconvenienced by having to wear masks,
other people die because of what you're doing.
Much more importantly, people die over it, right? Especially when the vaccine wasn't here yet. But even now, look, there's a woman who's getting chemo, comes out of a hospital. One of these right-wing lunatics starts yelling at her because she has a mask on. She's immunocompromised because she's undergoing chemo. And then he punches her. Oh my God. No, you don't have a right to punch people.
Yeah, are we allowed to judge that guy? Or is that being are we taking it too far?
But we are allowed to say, we can judge you when your actions affect us. And in this case, because it is a virus that is highly contagious, the Delta variant is enormously contagious. It's one of the most contagious things the world has ever seen, right? If that affects us, of course we have a right to say, hey, don't do that, because it isn't just about you.
Right.
But the right wing, as usual, is being incredibly selfish. No, me. I don't want to inconvenience myself 1% based on lunatic conspiracy theories I heard online, right? And hence I'll endanger your life or the life of your loved ones. No, that is not acceptable. Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.